Jobs. Whether we love them or hate them, we have to accept the fact that we're gonna have to work one of these at some point in our life. Sorry to break the news to y'all, since a lot of you guys are unemployed, but unless you found yourself a sugar daddy, we have no other choice but to head over to LinkedIn and Indeed and start applying. Luckily for us though, we have a lot of jobs to choose from. There are good ones, great ones, even terrible ones. So in today's video, we'll be ranking over each job that you might find yourself in, starting with the fast food worker. Now for a lot of you, this is probably the first type of job you work. Employees usually consist of a bunch of high schoolers. I started working at a fast food joint when I was 17. And even though this job is looked down upon because of the flip my fucking burger patties and put the fries in the bag bro, I personally enjoyed my time working there. Since it was my first job, I learned basic social skills while hanging around people my own age. On top of that, free food. The biggest concern was how it was a customer service job. Before a customer walks into a store, they either had the best day of their life or just got broken up with because it's a hit or miss. I remember a day we were short-staffed and extremely busy. The line was almost out the door and I was stressing out. Then a customer goes up to me saying, "You're doing a great job," and puts $5 in the tip jar. Those are the moments where customers make my day. I appreciate their tip, and that won't be the only tip I'm appreciating, you know what I'm saying? On the other hand though, there are some mean-ass customers. During my first few months starting out, I took an order for a 6'5" man with 2 kids, and I had a mistake in his order. He wanted 2 items of the same order, and he comes up to me, cursing and talking about some "don't waste my time" and all that, and I had to help him out again to log in his additional order. I hand him his change, and he stares at me, then yanks the money off my hands and the coins fall on the floor. I was scared as shit, bro. I thought I was gonna die. But now that I look back on it, that guy was a grown-ass man with 2 kids, beefing with a 17-year-old. The food couldn't have been that good, man. Other than those rare occasions, the bad customers weren't actually that bad. I mean, it would usually be a person just giving a bunch of attitude. Overall, there was a good balance between good customers and bad ones. This job had its limit though. I couldn't imagine working there for the rest of my life. C tier. Retail. Working retail is another job that most teenagers work, but if customer service as a fast food worker was at a level 1, retail customer service will be at level 100. I don't know what happens here, but I feel like customers lose brain cells before walking into their local Target. All of a sudden, they lose their sense of thinking and rely on workers for every question they have. You have to constantly be available to help someone out. You could be restocking on the shelves and a customer is going to interrupt you asking, "Excuse me, do you know where the produce section's at?" Get out my store. I never worked in retail, but every time I hear my friends talking about it, it's never anything good. What makes it worse is how over the couple years you have to deal with shoplifters. There's people casually shoplifting bags and bags of stuff, and you're standing there like a cuck Mike Wazowski, just watching everything happen and not doing anything about it. On top of that, it's kind of been a trend to harass retail workers too. I'm sure you guys seen the pranks where people are screaming in the stores just to get a reaction of the workers. It's funny watching, but I can't imagine it being too fun being an employee there. I'm gonna have to put this one in the F tier. Salesman or marketer. To be a good salesman, you have to be good with talking to people. You have to be pretty sociable to get someone interested in hearing what you're trying to sell, and I feel like working in this field also builds up your rejection tolerance, because something like door-to-door sales is a very humbling experience, but you'll come out a stronger person. But I think the quality of the job also depends on the product you're trying to sell. If you're selling a shitty ass product, most people are going to see through that and nobody's buying that shit. But if you're promoting a product that is genuinely good, the quality of the job gets exponentially better. Especially when it's a basic human essential to have, like a skincare routine by Teach Hanley. If you didn't know, skin is the largest organ in the human body, and many people have trouble taking care of their skin since it's complicated. They don't know where to start. But Teach Hanley's skincare systems are designed around routines, the same way you live your life. Simple and uncomplicated. They require just a few minutes in the morning and before bed, so you can stay focused on what matters to you. Implementing a visibly effective skincare routine will start boosting your confidence in every aspect of your life, so you'll feel great about the way your skin feels and looks, whether you're starting a new job or meeting up on a first date. I recommend starting with the level 1 system, which comes with all the essentials: a daily face wash, an exfoliating scrub, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20, and a PM moisturizer. And to make it super simple for guys like us, they provide us with this little cheat sheet in every box telling you when to use, how much to use, and in what order. Teach Hanley has all your skincare needs covered, but don't just take my word for it. Trust the millions of guys who use Teach Hanley with over 16,000 5-star reviews. And Teach Hanley thinks you'll agree, which is why they give you their handsome guarantee. Love it or get a full refund, no questions asked. And since Teach Hanley is our sponsor, they have an amazing deal for you. Save up to 40% on your first box today and a gift valued at $20. Plus, sign up as a member and get 20% off for life. Just click on the first link in the description or the pinned comment to get started. B tier. Doctors. I fucking love doctors, man. You're out here choosing your career, saving lives and shit. But I gotta say, I hope I never see you. Cause if I do, that means I got a problem with my health. I'm eating an apple a day to keep you away, man. Being a doctor is cool and all, you're highly respected, you make a good amount of money, but it comes with a lot of hard work and mental strain. It's an 8-year commitment of education, so not only do you have to decide your career path very early on in your life, you won't even get a return on investment until your 30s. On top of that, the responsibilities as a doctor is very stressful. I can't imagine doing things where people's lives are literally in my hands. Like a surgeon, I'm gonna accidentally slip scissors into this guy's guts. And like I said, nobody's gonna be happy when they go visit the doctor. If you're going to a doctor outside of an annual checkup, it's not really a good sign. And if you're the doctor working with a bunch of patients who are unwell, you're bound to see a couple real life characters exit the game. I'm not trying to push anybody away from being a doctor because we need more of you guys out there, but it's a tough road to be on, which is why I have tons of respect for you, but you're going in the C tier. Barber. Being a barber is like the total opposite from being a doctor. Unlike a patient coming to you sad because, ow, my back hurts, people come to you excited because you're about to transform them with a fresh cut. It's a job where you can make people feel good, boost their confidence, if you do it right. Because if you do it wrong, you just gave that person a death sentence for a month or two. A little side note, but when the fuck did it become normal to charge an absurd amount of money for a haircut? You'd expect a $50 price tag to come with a manicure, pedicure, trim on the pubes, and a kiss on the cheek too. But nope, it's $50 for a lineup. So I'd imagine if you're a barber, you probably make decent income. Overall, if you're good at what you do, customers will come back and you have a good business going on for yourself. People have more loyalty with their barbers than in their relationships. That's gotta mean something. A tier. Office job. I was thinking of what to say for this, but I completely blanked out. It's the most stable yet basic job that you'll ever get. I will say though, having good coworkers will either make or break the job. Cause other than that, C tier. Teacher. Teachers play a very important role in our society, since they have the responsibility of teaching the younger generation of kids. But instead of being respected for it, you get treated like shit while being paid pennies. It took me a while to understand the difficulty of the teacher's life. Teaching is already hard enough, but you gotta make your content as engaging as possible, while knowing that half the kids in the class don't give a shit about what you're teaching. I swear, there's some kids that have a goal of making teachers' lives as miserable as possible. They'll be throwing things in class, harassing you, knowing that you can't do anything back since they're just a kid. It's a very sad situation because teachers are essential workers, you know. They have to save the brain-rotted generation from being too brain-rotted, but they're just not appreciated. The one saving grace is if you're somehow able to bypass all that and become the favorite teacher that everyone likes. Other than that, F tier. Professor. College professors are a complete turnover from being a teacher. In this case, students are paying thousands of dollars to take your course and learn your content, so there's no class clowns or anybody trying to disturb you. And I'm not sure how this works either, but I feel like professors have so much more freedom. I have professors that are like,
yo, I'm canceling class just because, go ahead and watch my recording from like 5 years back and you're good.
The authority you had as a professor is unmatched too. You can drop someone from your class if you want to, fail a student if you want to. Bro, the teachers had to bow down to the students, but now the students bow down to you. Professors got everything grade school teachers wish they had. People care about what you want to teach, you make good money, and you're respected. S tier. Content creator. The quality of a content creator job really depends on how established you are. Being a small creator myself, if I were to calculate the hours I work for these videos, I'm making less than minimum wage. So I'd for sure say you need a little passion for it, because you're going to be working long hours with little return. But in my case, I genuinely like it. I enjoy the creativity and freedom to be able to express my opinion through a video. I wouldn't consider my status to be a job, but if I did, I would put it in the B tier. However, if you're a bigger creator, the quality of your life gets infinitely better. When you get to a point where you can post whatever you want and people watch you regardless, is when it becomes S tier. But to get to that point, that all depends on you, the viewer. So if you want to help me out, I would really appreciate it if you like and subscribe. And thank you for making it to this point in the video. That's all I have for you guys today, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.